And a very good morning. Welcome to Core Finance, live from London. Sponsored by Beaufort Securities, live on Facebook, Core Finance Facebook page, Twitter handle at Core Finance TV. I'm joined by Matt Brown. Morning to you, Matt.
Morning.
Right, let's kick off with the first slide. We have got market movers. Markets lower on North Korea missile threat. Do you tweet out late at night?
I don't, but Mr. Trump does. With fire and fury. This is the whole... Obviously, North Korea now, its intelligence has told the US government that North Korea could actually fire a missile as far as Chicago, putting a small device in a ballistic missile. Now, that has spooked the markets, certainly threatening Donald Trump. He's come out fighting with words at this point. But what does that mean for the markets? I think markets are spooked a little bit. Equities are selling off, got the DAX off 1%, FTSE off over 0.5%. Seeing gold up, yen up. It's a flight to safety trade at the moment, risk off.
Understood. Let's move on to the FTSE 100. One to watch, the Rand Gold Resources, a gold play, safe haven.
Exactly, trading up 2% today. It's leverage play on gold. The likes of Fresnillo, the gold miners are going to perform well if you see gold go up. So that is why it's at the top of the leaderboard today, up 2% on the FTSE.
Understood. Let's go on to the AIM stock of the day, one to watch. Water Intelligence PLC, what do they do?
Water Intelligence PLC were a very small AIM stock. They're trading up 13% this morning.
13%?
1-3,
okay.
Yep, 13%. This is on the back of a first half trading update and also a franchise deal with North Virginia. Now, what do? They stop leaks. They have the intelligence to stop leaks, and this is important for water companies as we see their margins getting squeezed. Obviously, they don't want to lose potential profit out of pipes, so this company is ahead of the curve on that front, and water is going to become a huge commodity in the years to come, so an invaluable commodity, so look out for this stock. The reason I picked them out though, good numbers, trading up this morning.
Understood. Let's move on to the currencies. The pound this morning, cable, Great British Pound against US dollar 130.06, and euro against Great British Pound, well, not so Great British Pound, 90.14. Bit of weakness in sterling again.
Yeah, weakness continued yesterday. I mean, we actually saw it drop below the 130 handle, kind of a key level. It has managed to claw its way back up. This may be due to M&A activity and deal being done by a US company buying a UK company. This is Vantiv buying WorldPay for about, I think it's about $10 billion. So that's had a little bit of a boost for cable, but it seems it's on the back foot at the moment. And keep in mind the dollar and how that will play out if we see the North Korea situation develop. The dollar, obviously safe haven currency, see some strength in the dollar. That's going to show weakness in sterling.
Understood. Let's move on to the broker recommendations. Today we've got Peel Hunt, WAN Disco, new recommendation, a buy. Is this a new coverage? £10 target.
Yeah, initiation coverage, £10 target. The stock's trading about £8. WAN Disco actually has been an investor favourite, quite an interesting stock, and has moved up quite aggressively over recent years. They are in active data replication.
I'm an expert in that.
I bet you are. But look out for that. Price target about 20% above where they're trading.
Where they are now. Understood. Let's go on to the core number of the day. Core number 10. 10 years, I reckon.
10 years, exactly. It's not number 10 Downing Street. It is 10 years since the financial crisis really started happening. It was like, I think, BNP, mortgage-backed securities, closing the fund there. That really started alarm bells ringing. Obviously, Northern Rock, Lehman's, etc., Bear Stearns happened afterwards. But what does it mean? We're 10 years on, and when we look back a decade ago and looked at Japan and saying, look, you haven't got any growth. What are you doing? Low interest, negative interest rates. Well, the UK and Europe and the States have been in that situation for 10 whole years. Now, there is light at the end of the tunnel, but we do have consumer credit bubbles growing. I think the banks are a lot stronger than they were, but there are risks on the horizon, and with interest rates so low, if we have another crash like we did, what do the central banks do about
this? We're
this?
up for 30 years for a stock market crash. I think the Jeremy Warner, excuse me, in the Daily Telegraph wrote recently, if we have another crisis, okay, with interest rates so low, okay, what do we do this time round? Which is a very good question. Indeed. Let's wrap up with the economic calendar in terms of Canada, we've got the housing starts in the US, we've got the unit labour cost, EIA crude stock change, and the RBNZ interest rate decision in New Zealand. Nothing, no real movers and shakers.
Yeah, no, nothing stands out. I mean, take an eye at the crude stocks change. I think crude actually, with the North Korea situation, is going to be quite volatile. So this could, the crude stocks change could push that around a little bit. Rate decision expected from New Zealand. Nothing done unchanged, but for any Kiwi dollar traders, keep an eye out for that.
So final thoughts for the day, young Matt?
Risk off. It is risk off today with no major macro announcements. It is going to be the odd tweet from the likes of Mr. Trump coming out of the market will move the markets, but a risk off feel today.
Matt, thank you very much indeed.